Okay, so first and foremost, if you are easily triggered or offended by people leaving or fleeing America in record numbers, please tread lightly or click off this video because I'm only showing true events and situations and forming my opinion behind it based on what I think. And I'm going to bring out some scriptures because this is definitely a reality. I'm witnessing it myself. I've been through it. And also, I don't want to hear people saying, "Oh, you trying to make me have nightmares? Oh, you trying to? The Most High gonna deliver? Oh, I ain't trying to hear all that. Just click off, for your own sake." Okay, so now that I warned you, let's get into it.
Over 8 million. That's the number of Americans who have left their state in the past 5 years. It's not because of a lack of freedom, but because of a lack of reason to stay. Numbers don't lie. House prices are up 40%. Taxes are at an all-time high. Crime is escalating, and public services are deteriorating. From California and Illinois to New York, cities once hailed as centers of opportunity are now facing an unprecedented exodus. And what's even more frightening is the government's silence, while ordinary people are struggling against the economic storm. In today's video, we'll explore the 10 states losing population the fastest in the United States, and the truth behind the silent migrations reshaping the American landscape. If you think this doesn't concern you, look around. The school is empty, familiar shops are closed, and neighbors are selling their homes. Perhaps this migration is knocking at the front door of your neighborhood.
Okay, so I've been an international traveler going back and forth from East Africa to America in the last 6 years, and I can bear witness to this. I've seen people, with me being on the continent in Africa, I've seen hundreds of Americans, specifically Black Americans, running into strangers. I've had people pull me to the side in the mall. "Bro, hey, bro, what you doing here?" "Oh, man, I'm trying to, get out of America. It's getting kind of hectic over there." And, they all say the same thing. America is about to fall. America is about to fall. I'm talking about all types of idealisms, religious beliefs, mainly Israelite, I would say. But they all say America is about to fall. Because I remember even coming back to the continent each time, it always got more aggressive when it came to immigration, or even leaving out of America mainly was my biggest problem. I'm talking about with the questions, what are you going to do there? Where are you leaving? Why this? Why that? And I was talking to my wife. I say, we didn't deal with this before. Why are they getting so aggressive with leaving? You know what I'm saying? And I remember I pulled the lady to the side, the supervisor at the airport. I said, "What's up with all these questions and the questionnaires and, just to leave the country?" I said, because she was a sister. So I'm like, "Sis, keep it real. Like, what's going on? Is it a lot of people getting up?" She said, "People are leaving in record numbers." So, it's overwhelming. And once again, I'm not trying to put fear on nobody. This is just my testimony and something that was on my mind that I had to put out there. Maybe somebody need to hear this. But I'm not trying to get you to come join my channel and follow me or join my YouTube. None of that. If you can, that's fine. But I don't get money by these videos. I don't do none of that. I don't want you to join my gang. I'm not a cult leader. None of that. But this is a warning. But yeah, so over the years of traveling back and forth and being on a continent, I've been able to connect with people from the diaspora, specifically mainly from America, who have even reached out to me and seen, what I've been doing. So I'm talking about well-known people. I'm talking about musicians. I'm talking about people that do teachings and just regular people who told me, "Hey, I'm over here in this country. I'm over in this country in Africa. Oh, we over here, we over there." And I'm talking about, man, it's unbelievable. So this has to be of prophetic proportions. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is unreal. So witnessing this throughout the years, it's been the Most High been putting it on my heart. I'm talking about times I can't sleep at night, while I'm being waking up in the middle of the night to put a lot of this information out and, my testimony and things like that. But yeah, since I got y'all attention, follow me. This is Isaiah chapter 13. Isaiah chapter 13. We're gonna start at verse 1. And I'm gonna go ahead and read this commentary. You know, I know a lot of people don't read the commentary, but I'm gonna read it just to, give you some type of context. It says, He threateneth to destroy Babylon by the Medes, the desolation of Babylon. Now, when you look at historically, or biblically, we know the Medes being connected to the Persians, King Darius, King Cyrus, etc. And also, we know the Bible can be kind of tricky sometimes. Sometimes it's talking about the present time, and sometimes it's talking about a future prophecy, especially when it's talking about Babylon. Ancient Babylon, and it could be talking about future Babylon, what we consider as AKA America today. Now, if you personally disagree with that, I'm not mad at it. I respect it, and I'm not even going to debate it. But I'm doing this for the sake of this video. You can formulate your own opinion. But personally, I thought that this was very interesting, and this was weighing heavy on my spirit. This is verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. Verse 3, I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. So if you don't know, the Most High uses nations as an instrument of his warfare. That's what he does. If he's angry, he will send a nation to destroy another nation. That's why you see empire taking down empire after the next, historically. And if you really deep into these scriptures, you understand we all just on a prophetic story mode. We're just living a prophecy that the Most High have already set in stone. There's nothing you can do about it. Your emotions ain't gonna change it. But yeah, let's continue. Verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle, right? So he's calling for war. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Now I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna go down to verse 14, because basically it's just, in context, it's just the Most High preparing his nation to destroy another nation. Verse 14, and it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee, every one into his own land. So case 1, we see a war preparing to happen. The Most High stirring up the Medes to create destruction on Babylon. Case 2, you see people are starting to go back to their own homelands, home countries. Verse 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravaged. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Allah Akbar, Allah, Mark bar Amerika, Mark bar Amerika, Mark bar.
But the enemy did not stop after the 12-day war and started a terrorist warfare from within the country. They had prepared this from before. The plan was to win the military war and do the same from within the country.
Okay, so if you don't know, Iran and America has had a long time feud in which Iran has vowed death to America. Specifically, the Iranian major general who was killed, I can't pronounce his name. He was killed by a drone strike ordered by Donald Trump in 2020. So they vowed to destroy America and death to America. And there's no recompense. They want blood. There's no silver or gold they want blood. Now, as a patriotic American or indigenous American, whatever you are, you might say, oh, Trump got this, or Trump gonna get him, or we got this, right? But what if God, the God of all gods, ordained Iran along with other nations to destroy the defense system of America as we know it? What if the destruction of America was prophesied in the Bible and these people or this nation, Iran, the Medes, the Persians, were meant to destroy America? So let's go back to verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eye shall not spare children, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. So that's self-explanatory. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. So you might have some people say, oh, no, not America. No, this can't happen to America. But please answer me this, riddle me this. What major empire in the history, let's say you ain't got to put the Bible in it. What empire that hasn't been brought to desolation or warred against or taken over by the next country? This is what happens. This is biblical. This is history. And also, what country is as great as America in our time right now? I don't know if you ever been outside of America or you don't know how great America is, the influence on the world that it has. I talk to people from different countries every day. It's my job. So I talk to them personally. I know people coming in and out every single day. I talk to them from Asia to all over different continents. You got some people that might say, oh, it's Trump's fault. I ain't read nothing about no Donald Trump in what I just read. This has nothing to do with Trump. Now, of course, the Most High will use people, men, to fulfill his will. So Trump can be used for that. It seems like the whole world hates him right now. So he could be used, but guaranteed, if Trump was moved out the way, this prophecy will still come to pass. Now, this video wasn't specifically just on Iran destroying America or Iran destroying Babylon, but that's how I wanted to get into it, but I want to show y'all something else. Pay attention. Follow me. Now, this is interesting. Check this out. These are a list of countries subjected to full restrictions of all immigrant and non-immigrant visas with limited exceptions. So if you don't know, America is denying entry of all these countries of any immigrants, which interestingly, mostly African countries. So as I always warn people, traveling is about to change. It's not about to be the same as we know it. Internationally, it's about to change. And if you don't know, there's about to be World War III, man. There's about to be wars going on. And that's definitely going to change travel. Also, more interesting news, Trump has called for 30 ambassadors worldwide to come back to America. So if you don't know, there's an ambassadors that represent America in a lot of these countries. He have called them back to America. So something is definitely up, y'all. But check this out. Yeah, also look at this. So there's a new bill being proposed for the U.S. Senate that could force millions of Americans to give up one of their passports or citizenships of, having dual citizenship. Let's say a lot of countries that allow you to have dual citizenship, they're trying to propose you have to choose one or the other. You're going to be pro-America, you're going to be living here, or you're going to be living there. So what are they preparing for? Why do you got to choose all of a sudden?
It's a real feel-good story. And I guess we all need that, right?
Yeah. This guy's your colleague? This guy here?
Yes, sir. He's my...
That guy?
Sir? Just
what? Just what?
You know what?
What?
Just please.
Just please?
Sir, please.
Sir. Yes,
Just
speak.
Let me. We're American journalists.
You told me that already.
Okay. We work for Reuters.
Reuters doesn't sound American.
Okay, it's a news agency.
I know what Reuters is.
Sir, okay. I'm just saying.
Just saying, just what?
We're American, okay?
Okay. What kind of American are you? Central American? South American? What?
Florida.
Florida. Central. What about you? Where are you from?
Tell him, Jesse.
Missouri.
Missouri? It's the show me state, right?
Yes.
Isn't that what they call it?
Yes.
Why do they call it the show me state?
I don't know.
You don't know? It's American. It is American. 100%.
Okay, so if you don't know, that's from Civil War, predictive programming at its best, right? Looking like a scene straight out of America right now with your ICE agents, right? And it's crazy in that movie itself because all throughout the country you had this division of political wars between Democratic and Republicans, which prohibited a lot of traveling, which that leads me to this next scripture I wanted to bring out. Because best believe not only is a international World War III going to take place, you're going to have Civil War, which you see a lot of that is being stirred up right now, what's going on in Minnesota. So with war comes restrictions, changing of laws. You don't have them same freedoms. You don't have them same benefits of going from one place to the next. This second Esdras chapter 15, and I'm going to start at verse 15. For the sword and their destruction on draweth nigh, or near. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So again, this is thus saith the Lord. You know, I'm reading exactly from the Bible. But yeah, man, let's continue on. I wanted to get into why it's important. You must utilize your freedoms right now because that traveling door is closing. It's closing very soon. Traveling will change, like I said. And a lot of people are looking like it's like a vacation destination. Oh, I wonder, do they have, I done had brothers ask me, hey, do they got nice barbershops over there? Do they got this? Do they got that? But you got to understand, man, when you in a time of war, in a time of desperation and fleeing, because that's what the scriptures say, flee. That's an emergency exit right there. And of course, yeah, you do need to make smart moves, but I'm just saying, don't get too caught up in, oh, I want to go here, I want to go there, I want to go check this out. This is not the Most High giving you a travel agent at your best discounted price. But yeah, let's get into it. It's Jeremiah chapter 50, and let's start at verse 4. In those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek the Lord their God. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. Verse 6, my people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. And that lets you know all these leaders that are set up are meant to cause your destruction. They're meant to lead you into a ditch. The blind leadeth the blind into a ditch. Verse 7. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. Verse 8, remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the he-goats before the flocks. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. So before all this destruction, you got people going back to their home countries. You got people leaving America in record numbers. What is the Most High telling the children of Israel to do? Flee. Flee. Come out of her. But let's move along. This is Zechariah chapter 2, and let's start at verse 6. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord, for I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heavens, saith the Lord. Of course, the children of Israel have been spread to the four corners due to their disobedience to their forefathers, through the slave trade, so the diaspora have been spread, right? Verse 7. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. And I know people going to say, well, everywhere going to get destroyed. Why is he telling us specifically to deliver ourselves from the daughter of Babylon? Why is he telling us to flee from this place? Let's continue on. Revelation 18. Let's go ahead and start at verse 2. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. America is the most hateful, the most unclean, sinful place. Like, what other place is teaching your children the boys can be girls, the girls can be boys, a man can be a woman? It promotes everything that's against God. So eventually the Most High will send a judgment on this place. So if the Most High God has a judgment for a place and you're standing there and he's telling you, hey, move, get out the way, I'm about to destroy this place, would you stand there and say, oh, he's going to deliver me? He just told you, get out the way. Now, granted, there are some restrictions and people have some issues. That's between you and the Most High. That's between your faith and the Most High. I don't have guidance for that. I'm just reading you what this say. Okay, follow me to Jeremiah 51 and 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. Drunken with what? Sin. Sin, the ideology of do as thou wilt. You can do anything. YOLO. This is your last life. Live it up. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. The Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our God. So for all the people who not caught up in the distraction of things, who can see exactly what's going on, and who trying to get out the way, and who can feel the Most High telling them that this is a sign to get out, you might want to utilize this time to get your passports, get your legal situations together, and find a place to go and utilize the resources that you have. There's people that's leaving. Build together, come together, gather yourselves together, O Zion, and understand as an American, you do have a benefit in this world still. That door is closing, but you have the USD. It still has a lot of value in a lot of countries. So that's the cheat code to get out of there and go live in another place where, you know, you'll pay half or only a fraction of the rent that you paid before. Now, like I said, that door is closing. The American dollar is about to lose its value, and that's what a lot of these wars is about. America is losing its power. But most of all, get your household in order wherever you at. Get your household in order, put the Most High first, and have faith. That's all. This is Pilgrims in the Earth. Y'all be blessed.
I was deported from Thailand, and it's because the American system is failing you in a way that you don't even know about. So on December 28th, me and my girlfriend fly from Miami, Florida to Doha, Qatar to Bangkok, Thailand. And upon arrival, I go into immigration and I'm told that my passport is flagged as lost or stolen by Interpol. So in case you don't know, the only way that it can be marked as lost is if you yourself mark it as lost. You need your social security number, your birth certificate, you need all of your personal information to mark it as lost.
My name is Marcy. I was supposed to be deported from Rome, but thankfully was not, and I'm going to go ahead and explain what's been going on with my passport in a non-vlog style video. So I originally did it in the form of a vlog because I thought that this is a hilarious situation. The circumstances are unbelievable. Like, who would this happen to?
Long story short, a bunch of people have now been coming out talking about how their passports, even though it's legitimate and everything is by the book, they have been deported from foreign countries and sent back to America because their passports have either been reported stolen or it has been voided. Remember, I made a video and I said, I believe, my theory, I have no proof, but I believe the Iron Curtain goes down after the World Cup. When the World Cup is over, that's when America will show its true face. It can't do that now because it needs all these people to come to America and we need their money. So it's either the World Cup this year or the Olympics next year, but one of the two, the Iron Curtain is coming down. And once it comes down, you will find out that wall in Mexico was never to stop the Mexicans from coming in. It was always to stop Americans from leaving. Don't forget, up to 5 Americans so far. 5 different Americans have gone to Canada to request asylum, only to get arrested by the Canadian police and sent back to America. So if you go to Canada thinking, oh shit, everything is scary here, I'm gonna run to Canada. Nope. Canadians will arrest you and send you the fuck back. Y'all don't understand what's going on. This is the time for second passports. By the way, black people, actually, there's no war in Boston. Say, black people, don't worry about it. Black man, go do you. Go get those jeans. Go figure out which girl's gonna be your baby mama. Black girls, don't worry about it. Black man ain't shit. Go get you a white man, pasta lobster. Get that vacation. Everything is all copacetic, baby.
What's dangerous is when the universe pick you and you put on the magic glasses. There's rules that go with them. You can never take them off. You never see things as they're supposed to be. You see things as they are. You can never force nobody